Welcome to Moosk, your channel for all things knowledge. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Frank Herbert's Dune and exploring the biology of its most iconic creature, the sandworm. Have you ever wondered how these colossal beings could exist? Grab your spice, settle in, and let's uncover the scientific theories and fan speculations about the biology of sandworms, focusing on their skeletal structure and heat regulation mechanisms. And don't forget to drop your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the scene. Sandworms, or shaihulud as they are reverently known by the native freemen, are monstrous creatures that roam the endless deserts of Arrakis. They can reach lengths of up to 2,500 meters, about 1.5 miles, and are as wide as a small building. Their colossal size and the harsh environment they inhabit pose some intriguing biological questions. The skeleton conundrum. One of the biggest puzzles about sandworms is how they support their enormous size. On Earth, the largest land animals we've known, like the Argentinosaurus, max out around 40 meters in length. These dinosaurs had massive, robust bones to support their weight. But sandworms dwarf even the largest dinosaurs, so how could they possibly hold themselves together? Hypothesis 1. Metal-based bones. One fascinating theory posits that sandworms might have bones made of something much stronger than calcium. Dr. Seal Hetchel, a biologist and dedicated Dune fan, speculated in a 2007 essay that sandworms' bones could be made of metal. Now, this isn't your everyday steel we're talking about. Imagine something more exotic, perhaps a titanium alloy, or even a fictional supermaterial unique to the Dune universe. If their bones were metallic, they would need to be significantly thinner yet incredibly strong, reducing their overall weight. This would also mean that sandworms require a diet rich in metals. Given that Arrakis is a desert planet, it's plausible that the sand itself contains high concentrations of metal, which the worms could ingest and incorporate into their skeletal structure. What do you think? Could metallic bones be the secret to their strength? Another theory suggests that sandworms could have bones made of an organic material far superior to anything found on Earth. This could be a type of biopolymer, a complex chain of molecules that's incredibly lightweight yet remarkably strong. Think of it like the love child of spider silk and carbon fiber. In this scenario, the sandworm's bones would be flexible enough to withstand the immense pressures of moving through dense sand, yet durable enough to support their massive bulk. This biological supermaterial might even be able to repair itself, much like how our own bones can heal from fractures, only on a much grander scale. Can you imagine a creature with self-repairing, super-strong bones? Heat regulation, the desert dilemma. Living on a planet where surface temperatures can reach a sweltering 76 degrees Celsius, that's 170 degrees Fahrenheit, presents another set of challenges. How do sandworms keep from overheating in such an extreme environment? Hypothesis 1. Non-water-based physiology. In the world of Dune, it's hinted that sandworms aren't even water-based life forms. This opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. If their biology isn't based on water, they wouldn't sweat to cool down like many Earth animals do. Instead, they might use another liquid or even a completely different mechanism to manage their body heat. Imagine a system where their internal fluids have a high boiling point, allowing them to absorb and dissipate heat much more effectively than water. This could be akin to how some industrial coolants work, circulating through their bodies to transfer heat away from vital organs. What do you think they use instead of water? Sandworms might also have evolved specialized structures that act as heat sinks. These could be large, flat appendages or internal chambers filled with a highly conductive material. As the sandworm moves, these structures could radiate heat away from their bodies, much like how a car radiator works. Moreover, since sandworms are known to produce spice, which is a highly energetic substance, they might use some of the spice's properties to regulate their temperature. The process of creating spice could involve exothermic reactions, releasing heat, that they manage with built-in cooling systems. How cool would it be if spice production helped them stay cool? Another intriguing idea is that sandworms might actually thrive in extreme heat. On Earth, we have organisms called extremophiles that live in conditions previously thought uninhabitable. For example, some bacteria thrive in hydrothermal vents deep in the ocean, where temperatures can exceed 400 degrees Celsius, that's 752 degrees Fahrenheit. Sandworms might be similar extremophiles, evolved to not just survive but to require high temperatures for their biological processes. Their proteins and enzymes could be optimized to function best at temperatures that would cook most other life forms. What's your take on this? Could sandworms be the ultimate extremophiles? Let's zoom out a bit and consider the broader ecological system that sandworms are a part of. Arrakis is a planet where every life form is interlinked, with sandworms sitting at the top of this intricate web. The life cycle of a sandworm begins with sand plankton, tiny organisms that feed on spice melange scattered across the desert. These plankton are eaten by sand trout, which are described as half-plant, half-animal creatures. Sand trout then evolve into the gigantic sandworms. The process of spice production involves a series of complex chemical reactions within the sandworms' bodies. It's suggested that their metabolism creates oxygen as a byproduct, enriching the planet's atmosphere and making life possible. This mirrors how plants on Earth produce oxygen through photosynthesis, though with a unique twist suited to Arrakis. How do you think this spice cycle affects the planet's ecosystem? Fan theories also suggest that sandworms might have symbiotic relationships with other organisms on Arrakis. For instance, sandworms might host bacteria or fungi within their bodies that aid in breaking down the metals and minerals they consume. This symbiosis could be crucial for maintaining their immense size and unusual biology. Finally, let's ponder how these massive creatures move through the desert. Sandworms are described as moving quickly beneath the sand, creating massive ripples on the surface. This suggests a highly efficient locomotion system. One possibility is that sandworms use a form of peristaltic motion, similar to how earthworms move. They contract and expand segments of their bodies in a wave-like motion, propelling themselves forward. Given their size, this motion would need to be incredibly powerful, capable of displacing tons of sand. How do you think they manage to move so smoothly through the sand? Another theory is that sandworms use electrostatic charges to aid their movement. The friction between their bodies and the sand could generate static electricity, which they could discharge in controlled bursts. This could create localized disruptions in the sand, allowing them to move more easily. This electrostatic capability might also explain the phenomenon of dry lightning associated with their movements. As they discharge built-up static, it could ionize the air around them, creating lightning without a storm. Do you think this could be the key to their movement? So there you have it, a speculative tour through the possible biology of Dune's sandworms. From metal-based bones to advanced heat regulation mechanisms and symbiotic relationships, these theories highlight just how remarkable these creatures are. While we may never know all the details, unless Frank Herbert's spirit decides to drop us a line, the fun lies in imagining the possibilities. Science fiction, after all, is not just about distant futures and alien worlds. It's a playground for our curiosity and creativity. By exploring the biology of sandworms, we're not just delving into the lore of Dune, but also expanding our understanding of what's possible in the universe. So next time you read about Shai-Hulud surfacing from the sands of Arrakis, take a moment to marvel at the scientific wonders that might just make such a creature plausible. Thank you for watching Moosk. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the biology of sandworms, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. Stay tuned for more fascinating explorations in our upcoming videos. Until next time, keep wondering and stay curious.